This is the Higurashi village, isn't it? Like the village that Higurashi was based on, I think. That looks superb. That's beautiful. Higurashi no mura da yo ne, tabun kore. Sorry if I'm wrong, I might not be. Shirakawa-go? Oh, that is so cool. I've never been to any of these. It's so... 結構、山の方だよね、これ。田舎の方だよね。めっちゃ寒そう。How do these houses withstand earthquakes? これ、家とか結構やっぱり経って結構時間経ってるのかな。まあ多分ね、たとえリノベーションしても、外側は、やっぱり基本の見た目を変わらずにやってんのかな。I don't know, I feel like old structures in general are made to last. Not saying that the recent ones aren't, but old structures are just really well built. A lot of them. I think probably the culture, they're trying to keep things looking the same even if they renew things, right? That would make sense. Oh yeah, Japan architecture is amazing, man. They can literally make it so that buildings would wiggle like hell during earthquakes, but they would never fall. I heard it's terrifying to live in a high-rise building in Japan during an earthquake because it wiggles like crazy and it shakes so much more up in a high-rise than on like the floor of like the cement floor on the earth. Yeah, it'd really be a twerky building. If I ever have to stay in a high-rise, I would definitely not live in one of the higher floors. Yeah. Maybe twerky building might be a little over-exaggerating, but they really architected in a way that it could withstand the earthquake magnitudes and shakes by having the building itself be very flexible. Yeah, you never hear much disasters of buildings collapsing from earthquakes in Japan. Because it's just a country that is very used to earthquakes, yes. But yes, thank you so much for the beautiful images. I hope you enjoyed your stay in Japan. You probably did. These are amazing.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about... I went to watch a Jujutsu Kaisen movie. It was so good. It was so good. I wanted to talk about it for the longest time. I don't know if I told you guys this, but Okotsu is my favorite character in Jujutsu Kaisen. But if you haven't watched it, you guys should watch it. It was really good. Especially near the end. Oh man. I don't know what else to say other than it was really good. The BGM, when it lines up with like the climax, it's just like... Well, one thing I didn't like about going to the movies was people don't realize they're really loud. And it just ruined my experience a little bit, I'll say that. Compared to when I watched movies in the Japanese movie theaters, right? Like, without knowing much about how things are different, I bought a churros and I went in. I took a bite and the crunch was... I'm pretty sure the crunch was heard all the way across the movie theater. It was dead silent for the entire movie. And the movie I watched was actually pretty, what should I say, hype. It was premiere. So if that was in the North American movie theaters, there would be like shouting and like laughter and stuff. So I thought it'd be okay to buy a churros, right? But when I went, it was dead silent. Like, I just held on to my churros for the entire movie. It smelled so good, but I held on to it because it was so loud. Even if you move like a little inch and your clothes like rustle, I felt like you could hear that. Compare to that, like the person that was sitting like 3 seats away from me, they ordered like popcorn and candy and like a drink, pretty sure. And then they were rustling the candy wrapper for like a third of the movie and like audibly laughing, you know? Like when you're in the movie theater, of course you can audibly laugh, but there was like parts where it wasn't that funny, but they were audibly laughing, like it was like yeah. Anyways, that was my little...
make a choreography. I wanted it to be my thing. Yeah. I think Hinotori has the right elements that I wanted for this performance. I wanted it to be cool rather than cute. So Heart Challenger is out of the window there. I wanted to leave a cool impression. And, you know, Heart Challenger and Hinotori are written by a Japanese producer. These kind of J-pop songs, they tend to have the same kind of like pattern where you can easily like, especially I think for a Japanese audience, easily vibe to it, you know, with those ota chants like ki ada hai ki ada hai ki ada hai oh hoo, oh hoo. It's just something that is so common in Japanese pop songs and anime songs that makes it so easy to vibe to, and therefore so much more fun because you can interact with the song even if you hear it for the first time. If you're used to these kind of songs, then you will automatically recognize the pattern and know where to do what kind of chants or claps and all that. And I went to so many concerts in Japan from Hello Project, my favorite idol agency, which I don't follow as actively anymore today, but I was a huge fan back then. I went to so many concerts, spent a lot of money on tickets, and merchandise and all that. I just fucking love these kind of concerts because even as like an awkward person like me, and perhaps some of you guys who don't go to the disco and go like, I don't know about you guys, but I just don't want to go to normal festivals and concerts or whatever parties because like I don't know how to vibe to that kind of music, and I just don't have that kind of charisma that the cool people do, if you know what I mean. But when it comes to idol songs and J-pop songs, it's so easy because I can copy their choreography and then I can do those chants, and you feel like you're one with everyone in the audience because they all do the same. It's an amazing feeling. So that's kind of what I was hoping for with my performance. I mean, the audience was not allowed because of restrictions. 声を出して応援することができたらもっと良かったと思うんですけどね、このコンサート。
And then I'm just like, oh my god, I think I'm drunk. Like, it's just...
I actually got schooled hardcore recently because I was at a dinner party where there was another Japanese person present and they were pouring beer for people, and I was like, what's this? They're pouring it directly into the cup and all the foam is rising up to the top. And as I was a waitress, I was taught how to pour beer. Because, you know, I did it that way too in the beginning. Just pour it into the cup. And then the barista got super mad at me, taught me how to pour it. You tilt the glass. You put in the beer, no foam. So I said to this Japanese person, I was like, let me show you a trick. Let me show you how to do it. And I did it for them, and they're like, but I want the foam. And I was like,
yeah,
in Japan, we want the foam. And I was like,
yeah.
I was such a pretentious little I felt so bad about it. I was like, I'm sorry. Wow, excuse me. That was real rude of me. I've learned something new today.
Yeah, wait, I didn't even know, like, having the foam is not good. Like, I thought everyone loved the foam.
It's just foam.
I mean, I like the foam too, but it's just,
you
know...
get more beer without the foam, though.
Don't you just wait for the foam to just settle down then, in that case?
Like, you know, you pour, like, soda into a cup, and then it, like, fizzes? But then it seems like it's gonna overflow the cup, right? But when you let the fizz die down, you've only got half a cup of soda. Do you get it?
I think I get it.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like if you're in, like, food and service, you want to make sure the customer gets, like, the bang for their buck. So you're kind of cheating them if you give them more foam. Yeah. It's the same thing with coffee as well. The more frothy milk, the less milk you actually have.
Can you guys do latte art?
Yes, I used to be able to.
I mean, there are places in Japan, actually, where you can go and request characters to be drawn in latte art and stuff.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Those are cool.
I've seen, like, 3D latte art, too.
What?
It's literally like, you know how bubbly bathtub and you like make like a shape with like the bubbles? It's basically like that but with the latte.
Oh, that's so cool.
They can do like Totoro and stuff and like
and
draw like a face on it too with like the chocolate.
That's so
3D
cute.
latte art. Yes. so
Oh my
so
God, that's
cool,
so
and you just don't want to
cute.
drink it.
It says it's in Harajuku. Oh my god!
Yeah, cute, and they're really busy though because it's just so famous. Yeah.
When we all get together, in Japan, we're gonna go find these latte art cafes and go together.
Let's go!
Yes. You know, I have a proposal. When we get together, can we go to like a place where you can fish your own fish?
Yes! Oh my god, I've seen that restaurant! I've seen that restaurant!
I've seen it. Like there's you can get your own like little fishing rod, and you like it's. I guess it's not really fishing because it's out of a pond that they do for customers, and then they cook it for you right after you fish it. It's like. And you're literally like on a fake boat or something in the restaurant.
Yep, I've seen that.
I want to go to one of those. I've never been to one of those.
There's actually a place that you can go where you can you fish for your own fish early in the morning, and then you give it to the restaurant. And while they prepare it, you go into like an onsen with your friends and like a sauna, and then you come out and you eat the fish that you caught.
Why is virtual Japan the best place on the planet? Help.
Get over here, babe.
Get over here ASAP.
Isn't
I think they're finally
yeah,
letting.
isn't virtual
tourists
Japan opening soon? I feel
think-
like yeah.
But
Yeah,
I've
we're
heard
getting close.
somewhere. Who hopefully the next step will happen soon. You know.
Getting
But-
closer.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait. I keep thinking about it and meeting everyone, and I'm so excited. I really hope that it happens soon-ish.
Me
Me too.
We've waited so long, guys.
Wait, let me calculate. When would our 12th episode be?
I'm actually getting something special made
Ooh.
for the future
Ooh.
for Chadcast.
Oh!
For when all of us are together in Japan, so
Okay, I'll see
I am
you.